Voila! Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Conversations with Regina. I'm Regina, and you, wherever that finger is pointing, are you. So welcome. Oh my gosh. We've got an amazing show today. Casey's with me. We're still waiting for our long lost Laura to return. And, we're just going to talk. That's what we do. We're like living a human experience. And, it is what it is. And so we're trying to carry the baton for unity and love around the world. And so, Darsh, where'd that word come from? What the heck is that? Oh, my stars. I'm all dressed up today. Tomorrow's my birthday, and I think, oh my God, I've made it this many years. I need to celebrate a little bit, and you folks are my celebratory crowd. So here we are. Woo-hoo-hoo. And so I'm feeling a little celebratory, but let's just see where the conversation takes us. I love that. And so back to business. Oh my. What is up with that? Let's see if I can figure it out here. Oh my. Oh my. Is Christy and them still there? Well, then they're on YouTube, aren't they?
Hi. Yeah. Nope. There was just a bit of a delay between when StreamYard started and when YouTube started. I've got both screens up so I can see, and there was just a minor delay. That was all. Nothing crazy.
Oh. So we're okay.
Yeah.
So then get out of here then. I'll bring you back in a second. I still got to do business.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. So Casey private messaged me and said, oh, no, there's no YouTube feed. And so anyway, pardon me, so where was I? Branding and bannering. And this show is brought to you by Ray's Roast Coffee, which I am the sole proprietor of, and www.raysroast.com, and be sure and spell it with a E instead of an A. Today I'm drinking the Costa Rican Marsellesa honey, and it's a single origin varietal from Costa Rica. And this has been one of my big sellers for the last few months since I've had it. Actually, I probably had it 6 months now, and we're nearing the end of the second bag. So if you want to try this coffee, now is the time to get it ordered. And with that, I'll keep moving right along here since I had already brought Casey on, and she's just waiting so patiently. And we've got one more banner to run, and it's the give us some likes, give me some love today on my birthday. Oh my gosh, even though my birthday is tomorrow, this is the only live I'm doing for my birthday this year, unless I change my mind and have nothing to do tomorrow. Tomorrow's just a hectic day. Work. Anyway, like the show today, give us some love, subscribe, ring the bell, stay notified. And we're just this little fledgling little channel, and we could use all the help we can get. So with that, let me bring in Okay. Oh,
Hi.
look at this. I see that you have done something else here. Can I pop this up or?
Absolutely, absolutely. I did this specifically for the show. So
Oh,
yeah, go
well,
ahead.
okay, here it comes. Should I give it its own screen?
Yeah, if you want to. That
Look at this. Look at this. That's me and Casey. Wow. Thank you so much. That's great. I love it. Let's give it the whole big deal. I think there they can't see either of us now. I love it. Yeah. Perfect.
I've gotten back into a little bit of comic writing, so I've added some more to chapter 8. Hi. So keep an eye out for that. There's more going on, and
Yes.
things are progressing.
Hi, sweetie. Hi.
So yeah.
So when is that all coming out?
I believe chapter 8 has already started.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Where are you going? There you go.
So and okay, so then it's just kind of like dribbling out there a little bit. Perfect.
It started on the 19th of August. So anybody who hasn't looked at it, hasn't checked it out yet, I will find. Oh, it's on the other side. I will throw up the a link in the chat room so that everybody can find it.
Oh, perfect.
Where's my stuff? Oh my lord! Like I'm all over the place here. Having multiple screens is
It's confusing, isn't it?
Yeah, just a little bit. Oh no!
I quit doing it. Make sure it doesn't drain your internet too much, and then you start being unstable. But because I have to shut everything down here, and I still get a little bit of instability. So let's take a look in the chat room and see who all is here. So where did I leave off? Oh gosh, Barbara Ann, we already spoke to. And so hi, Barbara Ann. Christy and Holly is here now. Hi, Holly. I saw you at the post office the other day, Holly, and it was after that time that we waved at each other, and you guys were just chatting in your car, and you didn't see me. Of course, it might have been the mask I had on. I had on a playful mask to go to the post office. So, and there's Holly wishing me a happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday.
And Christy wishing me a happy birthday. And Barbara Ann wishing me a happy birthday. So, 9/2 is a day in infamy. Regina was born. Labor Day, Mama's labor. Oh gosh, yeah. And oh, Simone, how about this? Hi, Simone. Just wanted to wish Regina a pre-happy birthday. Thank you for your visibility and kindness. Thank you for following me and being my friend as well. Oh, my stars. I should never said anything about my birthday. Oh, Holly gave me a thumbs up. Thanks, Holly. Yes, I got this the other day, and I was like going through my closet trying to figure out, you know how I am about the whole freaking closet thing and trying to get dressed, because it takes me 4 or 5 sometimes, and hours to figure out what I'm going to wear for this show, the damn coffee shop. Because I'm not going in my pajamas 99 times out of 100. And so I just struggle with that sometimes. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's
so anyway, I ran into this and I thought, why not? There's not a lot of nightlife going on around here, and usually I'm not up to it anyway. So anyway, Casey, what do you got on your mind today?
oh geez. Lots. Let's see. What was our thing today? Living the human experience.
So you're kind of pixelated.
Okay, then I will shut down the screen share. Maybe
Oh,
that'll
yeah,
clear things up a little.
yeah. There you go.
Okay, cool.
Valine is here now. Hi, sweetie. You haven't missed anything yet. We're just getting to the meat and potatoes here.
Oh yeah.
And oh, I'm sorry. And Sarah, our long lost Sarah, is here too. So, hi, sweetie. I've missed you. Okay, fire away. I'll try to quit interrupting.
I don't really know. Hadn't really like I'm still like trying to put things together here. Figure it out myself. Living the human experience. Yeah, it's definitely a journey, and being that everyone has different experiences in different ways, it has the ability to tweak how each of us lives that human experience. But the best we can really do is how each of us reacts to the various situations throughout that experience.
Well, that's a good lead into things, how we react to stuff is like really kind of like the crux between acceptance and rejection. And which brings to mind something I wasn't sure I would talk about today, but so the other day I got I don't know, some of you might have seen it in the comments from last week's show. There was a link to go watch a video, and so I went and watched it. It was hard to watch because of the bias of the commentators. I mean, they were transphobic at best, and so it was difficult to watch. But it was about the LGB people as opposed to the LGBT people in a pride march, and the reactions was not good, and I don't know what to even think about all that. We need to figure out some way of getting along with each other, and it just seems so freaking transphobic, though. That how do we react? And so, how to take this whole conversation away from the celebratory note and start facing reality. I don't know how much I want to go into this, but it's just one of those things that's on my mind today. it goes along with everything else that's happening. To mask or not to mask, to vaccinate or not to vaccinate. These are things that don't have to be divisive. Why do we always, the us and them thing? And it's just like so irritating, and it's not progressive at all. And so, oh my, how do we deal with that? How do we find unity? I'm always the one who's going to ask questions because I don't have the answers,
Exactly.
And so, what do you think about all that? You got answers, Casey?
Oh God, no. Oh no. Am I a little 34 years young? Hell no.
Oh my God, you're half my age.
Oh geez. But I can honestly say where one of the things that make that will divide one group of people from the other is how likely they are to accept change, and knowing that change is a thing, are willing to maybe not necessarily dive into the knowledge head first, but to at least accept that knowledge is there. And because when we at least embrace, or not embrace, when we at least accept at its very core element, if we at least accept the fact that there's knowledge out there, things that we don't necessarily know, accepting the fact that it exists is probably the biggest start to that unity. Because once everyone accepts that, okay, well, there's something out there that I don't necessarily know, I don't know it all, then that's where that's where the two groups split off from those who the knowledge at basic level, at face value, and those who take that acceptance and move forward into embracing and diving deeper to learn more. And once we start learning more about all of these things, because there are so many things that even the oldest person in the world doesn't know, we have that ability to unify through knowledge. But so long as everyone's divided, oh well, I know this, I know A, and I know EFE, but you guys don't know the same things. You know one thing, you know another thing, but then there's XYZ that neither of you know. Once we come together and learn as much as we can, that, like Christy says, we find our common ground. We have to create the circumstance for the common ground to exist. And without that common ground, without that circumstance, it's not going to happen. We're just going to continue being divided.
Right. So everything always hinges on acceptance. I wanted to read aloud. The human experience is a term for the realities of human existence, including the mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical characteristics of human life. Right on, Simone. So it really gets down to the acceptance, in my opinion, because without acceptance, I don't really think that we have anything. We have to accept what people, things, places are just the way they are because that's the way they're supposed to be right now. And we have to accept who we are because that's the way things are supposed to be right now. And until we can start accepting each other and the differences of opinion, we don't really, we can still have differences divided. I mean, it doesn't have to be an us and them. It just has to be that I accept the fact that your opinion is not the same as mine. But when we start getting violent or argumentative about it, then all reason goes out the window. It's I don't want to go down that path. What I'm thinking, So I got to move along here. It's just it's crazy.
Yeah.
There's things that happen, and so say I walk into a store someplace, and somebody's rude to me, and I blow up. And then they put that video that they caught on their security camera out there, and we've all seen that happen. Does that win me friends or does that lose me? If I turn around, walk out, leave whatever I was going to purchase sitting there, and they've got to do more work to put it away, and I don't feed them,
Yeah.
and that's just the way it goes, We don't have to put up with a bunch of bullshit, but we don't have to argue either.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I live in a town where I'm certainly in the minority politically. And I don't really think it makes a difference to anybody. I walk down the street and people go, "Hey, Regina, how you doing?" And that's just the way it is. And so, do we argue about it? When we go mail our ballots in, they're always different, but I'm not arguing with anybody about it. No point.
No.
I still put political signs up in my yard, and I just don't talk about it with people. There's nothing really to talk about unless we're willing to have a conversation that is respectful.
Yes. First and foremost, yes.
Yeah. I mean, everybody, shit, I just lost what I was going to say. Oh, my stars. I look over here and I catch a little something in the chat and then I go, oh my God, and lose what I was going to say. So anyway, oh my stars. I'm a basket case today. Oh, geez. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know how much I want to talk about serious stuff.
So then we don't talk about serious stuff.
Well,
let's just be goofy then.
So, I don't know. I don't have anything that's not serious.
Living the human experience. It's what we make of it. It's when we get up every morning. I don't know if you've heard the term I've heard recently. I woke up today and chose violence. When the human experience is what we make of it, it's our reaction to each other. How I react to this person, how they react to me, how that person reacts to both of us, how this person reacts to this whole thing. It's a giant petri dish of reactions and how everyone else reacts is based on what we do first, because we control what's here. We have no control over the rest of that.
Right.
So
I mean, we
can
got
control.
no control.
Yeah.
We got no control over what anybody else does or says. You know, and it's all about how we and so you know, we can choose when somebody does something that we don't accept. You know, we can have a positive reaction or a negative reaction, or we can really not have much of a reaction at all. You know, there used to be this guy sat next to in meetings a lot, and he would ask how I was doing, and I would either say, you know, I'm telling the truth usually. And he says, well, you know, you can start your day over again. You know, because that's really what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's right now. And so you say something or somebody says something that offends me, and I have that moment to decide about how I'm going to react to it. And you know, it's totally up to me. And if I react with anger, that's probably going to ruin the rest of my day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm going to confess. I am going to confess. I got these scammers on the phone yesterday, and oh, they were trying to get me to. It was pretty pretty interesting because they send these official looking emails that says we have invoiced you for, God, it was almost $500. And I'm going, what the fuck? You know, and they gave phone numbers. And so I called up one of these phone numbers. I says, you know, if you've taken money out of my bank account, put it back. You know, I don't know what the hell this. And they said, well, you would be happy to put that back if you go online and fill out the paperwork. I'm going, I'm not going online to fill out any paperwork. You think I'm stupid? You know, if you took money out of my account, you put it back now. And I just lost it. It was, and they hung up on me. You know, because I called them motherfuckers and all these other things. And I was just like, "Urgh," and waited an hour or so. And then I went to the bank to make sure they hadn't gotten any money. I didn't think they had. And sat there and chatted with the banker. And it was like I told Marty, I think I was talking to. And I said, yeah, she was saying something about going to the bank's not that pleasurable. And I said, the bankers are all buy coffee from me. I pull up to the window, they order their coffee. I drive down to the roastery, get their coffee and bring it back to them, you know. And so I went, God, first time I've been in the bank since the apocalypse began 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. And I go in there and just chit-chatting and we get all the problems, and they got more security from my account now. And so we were laughing as I walked out, and it was just the way I thought it would be. You know, the bankers are my friends, you know, and we take care of business. But that's a fairly good reaction as opposed to the anger that started it all. You know, of course, those jackasses that are trying to scam little old ladies out of money, they should be taken out and chopped, you know. I used to say shot, but I prefer the guillotine nowadays.
Remind me never to get on your bad side.
It is, well, it's final and it's quick, you know, when that it only takes for a second. And sometimes you get shot, it hurts more. And I think when you get your head chopped, it's probably doesn't. But I always thought, that it would bring a lot of unity. No, I shouldn't go down the guillotine. The French Revolution was impressive to me. That's all I'm going to say about it. But, we have the power. There's more of us than there is of them.
Yeah.
And we don't take it because we don't. And that is why they are in power, is because we're not able to unite enough to change the world. And
Yep, unfortunately.
Anyway, so shall we visit the chat room again?
Yes, let's.
I got this really cool reading today too.
Ooh.
So let's check out the chat room first and then
have a reading.
Yeah, let's see what we got. So everything I'm seeing is just everybody. Sarah ordered leather trousers today. I am. It's interesting. That's here, that we're all united here in this little town. To as far as I know, I had coffee with a gay man the other day, and I got kissed. How about that? He's the sweetest. Oh, I get this running down. No bricks here. I agree, Holly. We must accept differences. Oh my, oh my. Oh, I think I can better understand. Oh, that's you. A noise from your house, I hear.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, God, because my front door is unlocked, and I was thinking, oh, what if somebody was walking in? Wouldn't that be interesting?
Go lock your front door. What are you doing?
Why? I live in a small town.
Someone knocked on the door last week.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah.
I do. Yeah. And I didn't answer it. They could walk in this week.
Yeah. But let's not.
I'd just tell them get the hell out. If somebody walks in, there's going to be a
tank on him.
Yeah. He's locked out. He's out in the back. No bricks through my windows. Yeah. That's everybody's got no bricks. How do we get to bricks anyway? Or talk about baby platypuses will make you happy. Well, we're responsible for our own happiness.
This is true.
And so I see how interesting the sex life of flies. We're really this inner person is who we are. The heart and mind where our thoughts reside represent our invisible inner person. The inner person is who we are. Well, and this inner determines our moral character. We are what we think. But if we don't act what we are and what we think, I guess what I'm saying is our inner person needs to be reflected as an outer person. If I think that I think good thoughts, but I don't act good thoughts, I don't see how you can do that though. Simone might be onto something, because if we're thinking good thoughts all the time, if we're like good inside, how are we going to be bad on the outside?
Yeah. When we're not, if we're not letting the bad take, how is it that you put that? Living in your head rent free.
Say that again.
If we're not letting the bad thoughts live in our head rent free, or however you put that,
Yeah.
then there's, if not even leaving any space for them to pitch a tent, then we don't have to worry about it.
Well, once we let them pitch the tent, then all of our thoughts are not pure and wholesome. So I guess what it gets down to is, if we live with love in our inner being, then we start projecting love out.
Yeah.
And even if we're not feeling it in the beginning, eventually we will feel it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes changing directions, like when we're, like trying to lose the anger, I'm not as a rageaholic back, 40 years ago when I was young. Well, I'd have to go back 50 years ago. Back in the day, I was angry. I was really angry, and I would just rage, and I hated it, and so I'd smoke more marijuana and try and chill out, and so I could always, because as I became more responsible, the less marijuana I smoked, because it did not help me get things done. I just realized I didn't put earrings on. What am I going to do? I'm underdressed. I am underdressed. Oh, for heaven's sakes. So let me finish this thought, and so, as we start addressing the anger issues, it takes time to move through that. You start working through that as to why you're angry, and then you can start replacing that anger with love. But there's still kind of, a balance going on that, takes time to work through. And, I am not a big fan of anger, and I hate it when I felt bad, even though, I gave those fellows a piece of my mind. When it was all said and done, I felt bad that I had gotten that angry so quickly, just boom. And so, do I love them today? No. Anyway, but if I keep thinking I'm going to, I wish them well. I wish they would start being respectful and treating people well, and to quit trying to build anybody, including little old ladies on fixed incomes, out of their hard-earned money. And so I'll let you talk about that now, and go find some earrings.
Okay.
Oh, would that be funny? You know, oh, my stars. It's so funny. I won't do that to you.
I don't care. That's fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If you want to go find some earrings,
Well, I
that's
feel underdressed and you know, I'm sitting here looking at myself going, what's she missing? And look at this. I didn't even, I don't know. Let me, I've even got a strapless bra on. Ah, oh, I went whole hog today. Check this out. This is, you know,
wow.
there. And pantyhose. I have it all today, you know, and oh my. Oh, see that. Yeah.
Oh Lord. I think I did something similar a couple weeks ago or something like that. Like one of the first shows I reached over to get something and woohoo, you know. But yeah, it's oh, I don't know. I'm really no living the human experience. It's as I said, it's different for everybody. And it's what we make of it. But at the same time, without oh, that was fast.
Well, check these out. I am really struck. Oh my God, look at this. Some damn string coming out. These are like crystals. And I thought they would like be more blue than they are. I'm just not very well lined up here. I keep turning the wrong way. Oh. Oh, Christy, I'm so sorry that you're having sex in your kitchen right now. Good. Yeah, that's it. Choose to have a nice day.
And that's where it starts. We have the choice. And what we choose to do with it is how we line up our day.
Oh my God. I do. You know, I'm sorry. I'm Christy and I are talking about sex in the kitchen. And Varlene, she wants the pictures too. So, Christy,
I think it was fruit flies in the kitchen.
how Simone wants the sex pictures too. How do we go back to oh dear. Oh, I'm behind the times. I'm going back looking through the chat room and you know, I mean this we're just having a good time today, aren't we?
Yeah, but that's the fun of it.
Yeah. We're almost to the end of the comments. You know, oh my God, I love this one. So she's talking about, woo. Thanks, Sarah. Oh, Holly, this tells me a lot about. Anyway, I digress. I I don't know. I just feel really kind of playful.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all.
You
It's
know,
better to be playful than to be sad and
well,
miserable.
playfulness is part of that human experience,
Exactly.
and what the heck. I don't always get up and walk away from the show. My legs are hotter than flies. I would, that makes me think about pulling the legs off of flies, which is horrible to do. Um, Not that they don't deserve it, but you're the birthday. So I I'll tell you what, the older I get, the more I feel like celebrating my birthday. When you're young, like you are, Casey, it's not that big a deal because you're pretty much guaranteed you're going to have, not guaranteed is a bad word, but chances are you're going to have another one. But when you get to be my age, this could be the last one.
Yeah.
This could be it. I mean, I'm still counting. Last year, I was saying, I figured I'd live another 30 years. So now I'm down to 29. So, that seems scary when you start counting down like that. And I'm just happy to be alive because so many of my friends and all of us have people who died young in the past, and I don't want to be morose. So anyway, I made it. Wahoo! 71 tomorrow. Today's the last day of my 70th year, and so isn't that wonderful? What's this? I can't with you girls right now.
Simone's talking about you having 5 legs, and I'm just like, oh, good. I just can't.
Simone, what? Wait. Where was the? And you were my friend until this. This is Simone. I love it. Yeehaw! Amen. Good. I love that. Regina's 39 like Jack Benny. You guys does anybody else remember Jack Benny? Oh, my stars. So, I have completely derailed my own show.
I've got. How about I bring us back with a short reading?
Oh! I was going to do that.
Would you like to do yours first, though?
You do yours. You do yours, and then we'll talk about it, and then I'll do mine.
I needed more than just a break. I craved a new direction. I took a deep breath and closed my eyes, shutting out the world for just a moment. I put aside all the pressures and thought back to when I was small, when everything was new and the possibilities were limitless. Life was full of wonder, and my dreams were still very real and vibrant. I believed that I could and would do whatever I set out to accomplish. Opening my eyes, I smiled as I realized that sometimes the hardest answers are the easiest to find. It was time for me to remember who I once was and the dreams I had as a child. It's time for me to rediscover that magic that I had lost along the way and breathe life into my spirit again. I want to laugh and giggle for no reason and dream for every reason. I want to be silly and have the adventures that I once loved. I'm going to dip my cookies in milk, and I'm no longer okay with accepting negativity in my life. I want to let the puppies lick my face, and I'm going to chase the butterflies. I'm going to remember what it means to truly be alive again. I'm going to fill my soul with the childlike glee of happiness, starting with today. I know it won't change my life, but it will change my perception, which can change my trajectory. I'm taking back my power and finding my magic because I deserve to be happy. I'm going to see all the little things that once escaped me, and I'm going to celebrate the joy of being alive every day. The serene beauty of a starlit sky, the soothing calm of a peaceful wind. All the things that surround us will help me find my contentment. I know that life will still have its challenges and the troubles of today will still be there, but I no longer will allow those things to control my emotions and affect how I feel. It's a new day and a new chapter. I'm finding my joy again. I'm going to dance in the rain and chase the rainbows. This is my life, and I'm choosing to love harder, laugh deeper, and become more. With love in my heart, a childlike spirit, and passion in my soul, I can do anything. Starting with writing the newest chapter of my life. I call it finding my magic again. And that's exactly how my dreams start coming true. One moment, one hope, one dream at a time.
Cool.
Brings us back to that, living the human experience. Go chase the butterflies. Dip your cookies in milk. Do those little things that bring you happiness. Because at the end
Amen.
of the day, when you lay your head down on that pillow, that's you. All of the everything that you've done that day, everything you've said, everything you've experienced, everything you've thought, that's you at the end of the day. So go be you. Because as we said, we only have control of what's here. We can't control anything that anybody else does. But what we can control is how we deal with what we have. Finding those little ways to bring the happiness back into your soul gives you the ability to tear down that tent and kick the bad thoughts out of your campsite and take yourself back to that time when you were more pure.
Right on. Well, good job. I love that.
And that was another one by Ravenwolf.
I, s- I like those.
Yeah.
I was posting some stuff here a couple of weeks ago by a dude, and then God, I watched some video and I was like, no, I'm not following this dude anymore. It was weird. But anyway, uh yeah, no, that was powerful. Well, that brings up I got involved in this dreaming, follow your dream, make a dream, and make it worthy of being me. I mean, my dream had to be about doing something for myself, and then you're going to manifest this, and this is a big course kind of thing, and it's kind of a lot of spiritual principles are involved in it, and you know it's interesting about how this, the power, oh my God, oh, all these little flashy things will stick together. And I thought of that when I put this on. Thought, might want to save this for something else besides sitting around the living room or dining room. And, what am I going to do? There's not a lot of the nightlife here. But anyway, I can dream about it and I can make that happen, and it becomes worthy. And over the course of this, God, we've been doing this now for, I'm going to say 3 months, and 3 or 4 months. And, my dream has like really changed from what I really started talking about and to what, into more realistic and what's more beneficial. And it's amazing, pretty powerful stuff, when we just start digging in here and finding out what we really want to do and what makes us happy, because we're all responsible for our very own happiness, and we can't make other people happy. That's up to them. What we're
Exactly.
happy. And when we start realizing that nobody else is going to make me happy, and I'm probably not going to make anybody else happy. If you haven't got, if you can't figure it out yourself, I can't help you.
Exactly.
And that's the truth. And when we start realizing these truths and living these truths, then we start getting into that human experience.
Yeah.
Because really what is, we are the manipulators, the creators of our own experience. And that's all there is to it. And so we get to choose. Today I'm going to be happy, grateful, and a loving being, or today I'm going to be an angry bitch. Which sounds better. I like this one over here. Today I'm going to be happy, grateful, and a loving human, and let the chips fall where they will, and try and live that. And so there you have it. My thoughts.
Very nice thoughts. Very, very nice thoughts.
So
Whew.
I love that. I think you need to go for a walk tomorrow in that dress with a bunch of balloons and hand out cupcakes. Oh, God, I wonder if I can go buy cupcakes someplace. Hey, there's Samantha Michelle. Hi.
Hey.
How are you? Good to see you. And let the chicks fly. Yeehaw. Yeah. So, where are we at here? Is it time for me to read my thing then?
By all means.
Oh, listen, girl, you can make them? Oh,
I'm a coffee roaster, not a baker.
Yeah. I don't even have time to bake today. God, I got another meeting at 5 my time. And then, there'll be like 3 hours. And then I've got another one, gender support group on the Zoom meeting is at 7:30 or 7. I'm sorry, 7 my time. So, yeah. Well, mine is a little different and a little longer. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm kind of nervous to read it now.
Come on.
Whoa.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Whoa. Oh, my stars. Okay. Here goes. It's long. And this is from Wild Mercy with, oh, there we go. Wild Mercy, Mirabai Star. And wherever we hover on the gender spectrum, if we identify as female at all, the company of other women can be singularly healing. Mothers and daughters making a meal together or figuring out a profit and loss statement. One sister consoling another in the wake of a romantic betrayal. Introverted friends hoisting themselves out of the safe cave of their homes for a birthday celebration and lifting their glasses to praise the birthday girl, one by one in detail. Women singing together in unison or harmony, softly crooning to the dying or belting out the blues. Women gathering for ceremony, honoring the harvest moon or the spring equinox, the birth of someone's first grandchild or the onset of menstruation. Women getting together to write letters of protest to their state representatives or peacefully demonstrating in the streets. Willingly getting arrested. Women teaching each other how to meditate or play the flute or speak Spanish, or sharing enough of a working knowledge of the carbon cycle to be able to meaningfully women holding on to each other as we navigate the criminal justice system or embedded discrimination in the workplace. Women being willing to engage in difficult conversations with each other about white privilege or systemic racism. Women organizing formal gatherings for a common cause or informal clusterings just for fun. Women soothe each other's nervous systems, make it safe to open our hearts, creating a listening vessel for our pain and a cheering squad for our accomplishments. And sometimes we call each other on our ship, which we endeavor to do with tenderness and courage, humor, and humility. Female relationships take manifold forms. Some women do not have a mom to remind them of who they really are, a radiant being worthy of everything good. So we can adopt one. There are lonesome mothers everywhere in need of a daughter to adore. They exist in kindly neighbors and invisible authors, and Mata Durga and Mother Mary and Mother Earth. Some moms are no longer alive and we ache for them. For their embrace, we can be still, close our eyes, and tune in to that part of ourselves and that part of her that are always and forever united. We can talk to her while we drive home from the grocery store or plant lettuce. We can call on the spirits of our ancestors, our Polish grandmothers, and our Lebanese great grandmothers, and our African great great grandmothers for guidance and confidence and a better sense of humor. Those of us who have not had children can harness all that unspent maternal energy and go forth and mother the world, or pick someone especially in need of our motherly love and mother them. Those of us without sisters can make our friends into our sisters or borrow someone else's. Our students can be our daughters and our teachers can be our aunties. When we do not have a close female friend, we can light a candle and sit on our knees and ask the Divine Mother to send us one. Or we can find her in the pages of good literature, in the notes of every kind of music, among peace activists and spiritual guides. They do not have to even know we exist for us to draw sustenance from our relationship with them, but we have to leave the door of our hearts open so that they can slip in. So, this is all about the divine feminine. You know, I'm so glad that we've got each other because we're all sisters, aunties,
daughters.
daughters.
Yeah.
and you know, it permeates through our chat room and through our relationships with each other. This is unity that I'm talking about. We don't
Mhm.
always have to agree on everything. What we just need is respect and that ability to learn from each other, you know. You know, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I can definitely relate to a lot of that. Um, hi, not please don't take those. Those are mine. I need those. Like, and granted, it's a different feeling. The two scenarios are different. So, like, where I currently work is mostly masculine presenting dominated. So the environment is completely different. But occasionally I'll be out with the girls and it's night and day. It definitely is night and day. And like the the environment, the like the aura of the entire thing are you know, like I said, they are night and day between you know you know and then again the two situations are different. I'm at work and you know, or out with on a night with the girls. But even at their base at their base levels, they are completely different because of how each side thinks differently. And
Mhm.
that's one of the things that I realized at a relatively young age is that a lot of my thoughts were not the same, but the problem was allowed to embrace that part of me. Instead, I had all that toxic masculinity shoved in my down my throat, and it was like taking a blanket and just throwing it over everything. You know, it'd be blanket after blanket after blanket, and it's just this giant pile of blankets. And the you know the original thing, you're just it was just kind of there and couldn't get out. And you had mentioned rage earlier. I had a lot of I was able to get rid of a lot of it. Granted, it's part of an emotion, and we need all of the emotions to be complete. But there are certain points where having too much of those particular emotions, especially like the anger and rage ones, can actually be bad. Um, I think I read somewhere, I don't remember where it was, but like um how bad the concept of toxic masculinity is when like you get a blood test and your testosterone levels are um above a certain level. It actually completely changes, because everyone is supposed to have have a little bit of each. um Oh, Chrissy, that's probably on my end. I've because the family's over here. So that's probably what the noise you're hearing. Um, but like the oh no, it's fine, it's fine. Um, the finding the balance where um is where we have have to come to acceptance in ourselves, accepting that, okay, well, these are, this is a part of who I am, but I can't let it take over who I am, which again brings us back to the human experience. Oh, that's weird.
I am so glad to see that happens to other people besides me. So, yeah, it is all part of the human experience. We're not, it is two different worlds, and I'm glad to be part of the other, the women's world, and
especially when I realized, like I was like, this is not where I'm supposed to be. Oh, you hear it too? I don't hear static. I don't know. That's odd. No, I think it's the static from someplace else, honey. I don't think it's from you guys.
There is static, and I've heard it, and I'm going to remove you for just a second and see if it goes away. It does. It's on.
So it is on my end? Something over here? Oh, that's weird.
So, yeah, it's not, we're almost done anyway, so it's not a big deal, I don't think, as long as it doesn't get worse. Yeah, well, that is enough to get us out of our train of thought. Oh, everybody's saying it's just fine. Yeah. So back to what you were saying. Oh, you lost your train of thought anyway. You went blank
like a Roomba. Yeah. Wow.
You what?
It's like a Roomba of thought. It just kind of bounces here, there, and everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's kind of the way I always have intended this to go, was bounce here and there. What I want, we can just chat about consequential things. I mean, about the East Coast and all the rain and whatnot. There, Hurricane Isis, I guess, south and down through there. God, more. I don't know. Last week we were kind of talking about climate change and all of that. Here, it's like unseasonably cold today. My house was below what I have my temperature set at in the wintertime. That's how cold it was. I was thinking about turning the heat on the 1st of September, which is just like, oh my God, I shouldn't have to turn the heat on until November. And we're having 70-degree days in the middle of the day, that's crazy. And then you get these category 4 and now there's a category 5 forming out in the Atlantic that should hit landfall in 10 days or be 9 days today. And oh my gosh, in the pandemic, the numbers are still way the hell up there. And what the fuck is going on? Pardon my language, but
yeah,
and are arguing about everything. And it's just like there's, you crowd a bunch of rats together and how they start eating each other. They're not that far removed from human beings, even though rodentia and mammalia is a long ways. Oh, I guess they're both mammals. Wait, I went that genus Homo. Homo is the genus, is our genus. Rodentia is yeah, their family. Anyway, the family of primates. So there's long ways between rodents and primates, and we all act the same. Is all I was trying to say. I don't know why I'm getting technical about mammals and oh gosh. Anyway, so we probably got time for some questions. You know, we're anybody got any questions out there? I'm sure Casey would love to answer them. And
So all the questions are for me, I see.
here we go. This is, do rodents get angry? Dang tootin' they do. You know, absolutely. You ever try to take food away from a rodent? You just watch that rat turn on you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end of that's that. So, oh, and here's Holly telling me I finally got it right. I don't know what that means. So, we're back to the sex lives of the flies. Thanks, Simone.
I guess that's the chat room topic for the day.
I guess so, you know, and the pictures that Christy took of the flies having sex in her kitchen, you know, and later on, what's the name of that place? Never mind. I don't want to like out myself here. So anyway, well, maybe since we've kind of got this far, it's 20 after almost anyway. So we can wrap this up.
Another good show.
I think so.
Yeah.
They loved your reading. Mine, not so much. And that's okay. I liked it. I got to admit.
I like that too.
And oh, I guess it was my friend Showgirl that was the one who said the demeaning thing. Anyway, oh gosh, what a pleasure it has been spending this afternoon with everyone.
Yeah, Holly's right.
It's what, 5 o'clock there? 5:30,
4:30 almost.
4:30. Cool. So what will you do the rest of the day?
Take care of working on getting kids ready to go back to school. There's the oldest has an event tonight, and the youngest has one Friday, and just finishing up getting clothes and
When do they start school?
The 7th. So
7th.
literally next week, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow, we started here last week, I think it was. Or maybe it was just Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday of last week. And then they decided to not put them in classrooms, and so they're schooling at home again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw that this morning someplace on a headline. Of course, I never read those kind of things because I don't care. But it kind of changes things around my afternoon, you know, around the neighborhood in the afternoon, because I don't live very far from the school. And so there's, you know, when you go out at 3:30, there's traffic on the street to go downtown. You know, it's scary out there. It's like rush hour or rush 10 minutes. You know, there's that big traffic influx from the kids leaving school,
Yeah.
school buses, and more of a worry to me is the ones that are walking, you know, because they don't always pay attention to what I'm doing, and I don't always pay attention to what they're doing. I try though, but I get easily distracted. So, any more comments? Out of curiosity, Simone has it. Why are they sending children when there is no vaccine to protect them?
You know, that's honestly a really good question. I guess in some cases, some of them realize that, like, by having the kids home all the time, especially in single parent homes, it makes it really difficult for the parents to get back to work. It's really a number of things. I know here in New York, it hasn't been as bad. We've had numbers going up, but I'm not really. Yeah, so Barbara's even saying, in Canada the kids are going to school too. So it's. I am not really sure. It's hard to know what's going through the heads of the school board and the CDC, and again, like we said, we can't control what other people do or think. It's just
Yeah.
oh God, Christy. Oh boy.
So there's no way I can watch this now, and children infections are up 700% in some states. Wow. Well, that then this is part of our having to have a human experience. Hey, bye, Sarah. You have a good day.
Yes, we'll see you later, Sarah.
Is that really about flies having sex or what? I'm
actually kind of scared to look.
Well, maybe there's something about, I don't know. Never mind. Oh gosh. I'm just at a loss. Thank you, Christy, for the birthday video that you put up there, and I will check that out right after we get off of here. And I suppose that it's time.
Yeah, it's as good a time as any.
So no questions. There's nothing. Hey, so long, you all.
Yeah,
it's been fun today, or I've had fun, and thank you all for everything, for being here, for the birthday wishes, and everything else. Thank you, Casey, for joining me, and you're so cute. I just love you to pieces, girl. And we will see everyone another day. See you next week, maybe, and
we'll see.
We'll figure it all out and more on our human experience.
Oh, yes.
And
yes.
I'm just going to call the show the human experience now. We can talk about anything we want that way. Well, they don't have to go digging for a topic. Anyway, thank you, everyone. And you all take care. And I'm going to remove you. Wait for me, please. And we'll see you later, Casey, in a moment. And hey, bye-bye, all. And love you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. And we are going to send you out with a little outro. Boom.